If you're a returning subscriber on the channel, you will know that my most viewed video is the Alex Albon driver story. While doing research for that video, I discovered the details on Alex's struggle to get to Formula 1, and as a result, I became a fan of his. However, it pains me to say this, but at this moment in time, he is not delivering the results that Red Bull are looking for. Although we're still only 4 races into the season, and should at least have a podium at this stage, the Red Bull system doesn't allow much room for drivers to really grow within the team, nor do they give their so-called number 2 driver an opportunity to show what they can really do. Just this weekend, Alex was outqualified by the man who replaced him at Red Bull, Pierre Gasly, and overall, he struggled to find a rhythm in the RB16 throughout the entire weekend. Personally, I'm against Alex being dropped, but I'm not Christian Horner or Helmut Marko, so I want to discuss this bizarre Red Bull driver scenario with you guys in this video. But before we get into it, I'd just like to remind everyone to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you can watch my future videos when they come out. You can also find me on Twitter at BMPHF1 if you want to follow me up there as well, but without further ado, let's get into it. So, what does Red Bull do? The driver they dropped midway through last season is now driving better than ever, and the man who replaced him is struggling to find his feet in the same way. Both drivers in the Toro Rosso were exceptionally good and proved that they were talented enough to be promoted to the senior team. When Gasly was promoted, he massively underperformed and was sadly dropped mid-season, and when Alex replaced him, his performance returned all of a sudden. Now, I think it's safe to say that Alex's time at Red Bull so far has been better than Gasly's. However, everything has started to go downhill recently. The horrible luck, the constant pressure not just from Red Bull, but the media. The small yet costly errors like this have impacted Alex's performance immensely. But why have highly talented prospects like Albon and Gasly fallen by the wayside during their respective times at Red Bull? Well, one reason is Max Verstappen. Max is one of those once-in-a-generation talents that we rarely see in the sport. Many experts have put him in the same category as the likes of Senna, Hamilton, Alonso and other all-time greats of the sport when it comes to their talent, and this season he is extracting everything and more out of the RB16's potential. So obviously he is one of the hardest drivers to beat in the same team, and this is likely to put pressure on his teammate as he is the yardstick against which their performance is measured. But another reason is that the car is designed to suit Verstappen. This is why we see such a large gap in qualifying times and race pace, as the number 2 driver is not given a car set up to their liking, and as a result, they have to adapt their driving style to one they are not comfortable with. Now, so far, it's clear that Alex has done a better job of adapting, but is still quite a way off the pace and needs to pick it up if he wants to keep his seat. Red Bull are very cutthroat when it comes to driver performance. If you perform, then they keep you, and if you don't, then they ditch you without thinking twice about it. However, Red Bull currently have the same situation with Albon as they did with Gasly. So what will they do? If they allow Alex to continue driving for the rest of the season and he doesn't perform, then it would look very unfair on Gasly. At the same time, if they did drop him, then that would make them look even worse, as they will just be known for killing talent, and new talent may be hesitant to join their young driver program. So here are the possible routes Red Bull could go down. They could swap Pierre and Alex back again and see how the Frenchman performs on his second attempt. However, this would completely defeat the objective of having dropped him in the first place, and if it clearly didn't work the first time around, then it's unlikely that it will work the second time around. Alternatively, they could keep Alex for the rest of the season and see how everything plays out, which I think is the most reasonable approach, as we all know how good Alex Albon is when given a car that he's comfortable with. If they give Alex this reassurance, it will release some of the pressure off his shoulders, which should help him to feel more relaxed and positively impact his driving. It would also allow him to get comfortable in the car and time to establish a good working relationship with the engineers. However, if he doesn't perform well in the upcoming races and Red Bull don't want to bring Gasly back in, then they'd have to look for someone outside of the Red Bull bubble. So who could they pick? Sebastian Vettel is a possibility, considering it's not yet been announced that he's signed with any other team, and Red Bull owner Dietrich Mateschitz has been on record telling Marko to quote-unquote bring Vettel home. However, rumours around the paddock suggest that Seb is pretty much confirmed to Aston Martin, and so it's unlikely we will see a reunion. Alternatively, if Vettel does join Aston and replaces Sergio Perez, then the Mexican could very well be in with a chance to drive alongside Verstappen. Throughout his career, Sergio has consistently been at the forefront of the midfield and definitely deserves another crack at a top team. Although having said that, he would have to play second fiddle to Verstappen, and like Seb and Alex, I don't think this would go down very well with Sergio. So Red Bull need a driver who would be willing to play the firm number 2 but also be able to stay within 2 or 3 tenths of Verstappen on a consistent basis. Therefore, I think Nico Hülkenberg is a very serious option, as I don't think at this point in his career he'd be looking to play a big role in a team, but we all know how exceptionally good a driver he is and would be able to secure solid constructors points for the team. But of course, there's only one man for the job. Having looked at all the options that Red Bull have at this moment in time, I still think that Alex is the best driver to have alongside Max. When he first entered the Toro Rosso, he was already outperforming Danny Kvyat and was really thriving within the environment at the junior team. But it was only until he got to Red Bull, especially at the start of this season, that he is struggling. Knowing what has happened to drivers in the past who didn't perform to expectations must be playing on his mind, and he's probably feeling the pressure. This is why we see badly judged moves like in Silverstone, as he's desperate to prove his worth in the team. However, Red Bull have brought in Daniel Ricciardo's former race engineer Simon Rennie to help Alex throughout the rest of the season. But I still want to see Red Bull give both of their drivers a level playing field and allow Alex some leeway to make mistakes, as they did with Verstappen when he first joined the team. He did bring it back towards the tail end of the race at Silverstone, as he cut his way through the field to salvage a P8 finish. Having said that, he still needs to show better results in the upcoming races to affirm to everyone at Red Bull that he's the right driver to have. So if I were Red Bull, I'd sign Alex for the rest of the season and give him the support he requires to perform well, so he has that peace of mind knowing that he is secure within the team and he should be able to prove to us how great a driver he really is. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel if you're new to get to the latest videos in the future. Leave your thoughts on the Red Bull driver dilemma in the comment section below, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.